way to treat a camera. And I do the same for After Effects as well. So I'm just going to go free camera for this one. I'm going to hit C to go back into that camera view. I'm just going to fine tune the positioning of this camera. I don't want too much space at the back here, so I might just rotate it around just slightly and bring it over. I want to catch a little bit of the far headlights there. So slide that back over a little bit, probably to about there. And I think that's working for what we need. And let's give it a quick render just to see if that camera angle is going to work for us. So I think it's working pretty well, and we can go ahead and just finish off our housekeeping. So just bring our layer set in. Now notice, because set was ticked, when we created the camera, it automatically went into set. And you do have to be careful of what is ticked when you're creating objects as to where they go in the layers. So I'm just going to click on that camera and create a new layer called cams. And you'll see now that I have a camera in there, 3 lights in the lights, something in the set, and that means that everything else that's in the default is the car. So highlight them all and then click select highlighted objects, which selects it in the viewport, and then create new layer from selection, and this one's going to be called car mesh. And now the car is in there. Now what I'm going to do is actually click on the highlighted, or use this button here to select the objects in the viewport, right click and object properties. What I want to do is switch off show frozen in grey and then go OK, and that means that if I freeze it in our layer manager, nothing is going to be grayed out or have a default grey material, and that's going to work nicely. The camera also, at this stage, we don't want to accidentally move it around, so we can freeze it as well. And the set, we can do the same, click on the set in the viewport, object properties, and just untick show frozen in grey and freeze the set layer. So the only thing we should be able to access is our lights, and I might just change the name of lights to lights slash reflectors, and that's what we're about to create. Now make sure that tick is in that layer, and that means anything we create will go into that layer. Okay, so we've got our render so far, and it's looking a lot better than what we had before.